To me, the ultimate importance lies in bringing back the voices, stories, and names of these people. Voices, stories, and names that otherwise would continue to sit unheard and unknown. Voices such as Guta Franks. Most of what we find on these spools may seem mundane. A man named Donnie Lee telling jokes and practicing singing songs. But when the story is unpacked, it is anything but mundane. The man was in the military during World War II. He was an entertainer and a stand-up comedian during that time. The man died in the mid-1960s, and for the first time since then, his family in Cleveland can hear his voice and hear his jokes again.
This morning I woke up with a sore throat. Didn't know anybody in town, except Hank. So I said, Hank, you know a good doctor in town? He said, yeah, I know a real good guy. I said, how do you know he's good? He said he kept a lot of guys out of the Army. So I went up to the doctor's office, knocked on the door. Doctor opened the door. I said, are you Dr. Wasserman? He said, I'm positive. I said, I came for my throat. He said, it's not ready yet. Come back Thursday.
Another portion of our Boater Wire spool collection are about 20 hours of therapy sessions between Dr. Boater and a young woman named Cynthia in 1951. In the end, we were able to figure out who she was through some clues in the materials, and came to find that 2 years after the recordings, she was institutionalized. We managed to reach out to her great niece and give her copies of the recordings. She filled in the rest of the story. Her great aunt was institutionalized after being diagnosed schizophrenic, experienced electroshock therapy, and spent the majority of her life in different institutions and hospitals. Through these recordings, Cynthia's great niece gets to know this person she barely remembered from childhood and give her an insight into who she was as a person, her hopes and her dreams, things that otherwise would be gone forever.
I know why I rebel against religion. I know why I went to work for the Defender, because I felt that was my battle, and it was. When I went to work for a colored newspaper, I associated myself with people who were pushed around.
No one knew that these recordings existed, not even her family. And despite her story not being a happy one, it is one that deserves to be remembered. In this preservation project, not everything will be lost songs from the Holocaust, but every single spool holds a story that's been left behind on stainless steel wire for decades. Some will be historically significant. Some will simply be a voice from the past, telling jokes or reading a book. But all of these are just waiting for the day that they can be heard again and help inform us about our own past and our own humanity.